Yeah, your office is really good, fast to reconnect with its citizens. I love it.
Yeah, well, that's why I moved, eh?
Yeah?
That's why I moved it.
That's okay with the door open. So my name is Jason, right?
Hey, Jason.
I love democracy. I'm with my MLA here with the shoe shop, the greatest place in Canada, if you ask me.
And as
So-
you know, I'm for democracy.
Yeah.
The same way I talk about We Unify about democracy.
So I got a pregnant woman in the car there, and I'm trying to do my good deeds there with society and all this stuff. So what I want to talk about is I want democracy in my home.
Okay.
Like, as the citizens of British Columbia, like, anything that affects us, we should have a notification, and then we could vote on it. And then, I'm trying to make the system, because we live in the virtual world, right? And because you're watching TikTok and you're watching Facebook, and you can get mad about all these things, but there's nothing we can do about it because we're powerless, right? We can rant and rave all we want, but it's not democratic. It's like non-structural, right? So it's like everybody's divided, and I just want to kind of bring democracy, because democracy is a God-given gift, if you ask me.
So what you're saying, it'd be nice because we have the technology and the ability to do it. Everybody should have the ability to have more input when it comes to matters of concern.
Absolutely. So that way we wouldn't be powerless. So we could feel actually, and it would bring us all closer because we're all watching each other's backs. Because our family lives here, our community lives here. We love nature. We love everything. We are the best stewards, right? And I just want to have democracy in my home. I think that's the best thing to do, to have it.
Well, people want to have input.
Yeah. Because
you want to have a say. Right?
Absolutely. And I don't want to have to even leave the comfort of my home. I don't want to protest, because the world has become incredibly noisy, and it's really kind of crazy. Yeah. And we need to bring balance back to this. And the only way you can really find balance is with the people.
Unfortunately, the system isn't set up that way.
I know.
Right? And unfortunately, it's like everything else. You would have a vocal minority. They'd be tech savvy. They would go on, and still the majority would probably not have a say, right? And you'd also, the fact is it's the same as people with disabilities or certain segments of society would be left out because they don't have the technological ability. And which goes back to what I was saying. That's why we have democracy the way it is. So you go out, you have a day where you go vote, or you can actually vote by mail. And you have an elected representative, and that person's supposed to be working on the behalf of the majority, not on behalf of everybody, but the behalf of the citizens. But majority rules.
Yeah, I know, but
and you hope that person does that, right?
Like our last election there, I was looking at it, right? I voted for you, so
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It went fully conservative, almost, right?
Almost.
So people were watching this election in live time, right?
Yeah.
The fact that I went in and I draw on my paper ballot and then it goes into this Dominion voting machine, I was like totally against that. And
against that too.
The Kelowna stuff started coming through, and it was skewing. We're like, oh, they stole the election. Like, and then there's no, like, these ballots, right? They're like the most precious thing, like even more precious than money. Like, why isn't there like cameras on these things like 24/7?
I absolutely agree with you.
Like one way or the other, we're being attacked by outside forces in BC, which is like the most beautiful place in Canada, because I've been everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And it's just that, like, last week, right, the government came in and he killed like 400 birds almost that weren't even sick. I played with them like 2 months ago. Like, I was playing Catch Your Beak and all that stuff.
And as you know, I've been down there 3 times.
It's crazy. So at least we'd have like some kind of sanity if the people could talk. But the people's voice, they have to go out and protest, and it's really noisy. It's disruptive. It's like, it's not even efficient. It's just stupid. Like, who is this world even for, right?
Well, yeah, I question that myself. The fact is that I agree. Let's go back to the election thing.
Yep.
I absolutely agree with you that all eyes, there's cameras, all eyes should be on a ballot box 100% of the time, right?
We saw so many crazy things.
The second thing is that when you go vote, there should be, same as what they're doing in Alberta, where it says, see, you're a Canadian, to go vote.
Absolutely.
And everybody who votes is verifiable.
Yep.
So that only verifiable people are voting. And then on top of that, I do agree with anything that is automated, I don't really care for. I think, and if you do have automation, it has to be checks and balances. so that you know that actually every vote does count, and only the votes that should count. Right now, going back to transparency when it comes to like the ostrich farm, again, that's federal government agencies, right?
It's crazy.
And so federal government agencies, they answer to somebody, right? So who's making the policies?
How many labs do we have in BC where we
have
could
one
have
new one.
analyzed?
There'd be one new one. The thing is, but why would they not allow independent testing?
It's crazy. It's so corrupt. Like,
Give me the reason why they won't allow independent testing.
Canadians are under attack right now, like from every side aspect of itself, and the only reason it still stays good is because at its core it was good.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
crazy.
Canadians are generally good people. We're too easygoing.
So I believe that you should have been voted for by paper ballot, but I do believe that the general idea of where the public is going should be kind of like, we need to input our stuff here.
I agree. I think there has to be a way for people to have a lot more say when it comes to politics in general.
Like, I'm not for the full automation. I'm just
No,
saying
I'm not
that
for full automation either.
the nodes here need to input the data that
I'm
you
not
know.
for full automation either, right? The thing is, now, especially nowadays with AI, a lot of things can be manipulated.
My
right?
mom gets caught all the time.
There's no way. No, I don't believe in fully automation either, right?
Yeah.
We're the Dominion voting things are only like calculators, right? So they're not really hooked up to the internet or anything. So, but here's the thing: who counts the ballots?
You know,
And is there cameras on them when they count it? Like, who knows, right?
David Eby's not supposed to be there, in my opinion.
No.
So that's
Well,
my
I don't know,
opinion.
but was
Like,
he? I don't
like,
know if he was.
like I'm living in a world where basically Satan has taken over, and we're living a lie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I can't have that.
No, I.
So I'm doing my good stewardship. I'm one of the citizens. You know, like if there's a fire, I'll put it out. If somebody crashed, I'll try to save them. You know, if the freaking, let's say, the aliens come, I'm gonna fight them off, right? I'm one of the citizens, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that it's important that we all work together, and I'm just thinking that the legislature building needs to be
I agree.
virtual.
And I think that'll. I think for the most part, there's people agree on more things than they disagree on.
There's a lot of good
Right?
people
So
around
there's
here.
a lot of good people, and most people will agree on
Pretty much almost everything.
most everything. That's right. There's only a few things that people would probably even have disagreements on. And you're right.
And it's crazy
government,
stuff.
And government does not respond to the people.
Man, I'm so sick of protesting.
Well, governments don't answer to the people. The thing is, who do they answer to? They answer
Exactly.
to lobbyists. They answer to big business. They answer to corporations.
There's so
they
much.
They answer to world
Yeah.
politics.
Yeah, I know.
Again, I really don't know. I don't have the answer for you.
It's a huge monster,
Right.
monster with a bunch of tentacles trying to eat
Right.
everything up.
But the one thing you do have control of
Yeah,
is your local officials.
yeah,
And
I know.
I tell people this all the time. You know what? Everything starts at the bottom, and so when you vote for a trustee, you vote for a councillor, you vote for a mayor, all the way up to MLA and MP. Make your vote count.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
You make
Yeah.
sure that you know who you're voting for and what they stand for.
Yeah.
You'll never get 100% of what you want, but you have to know where that person's coming from.
I still want to
And
know
that's
where.
difficult.
I still want to live in the system where the people actually spoke and that, you know, we're all this together. Because right now, our forces could be so much more stronger, but right now we're kind of almost all divided because we're fighting all these little wars, each of them, every one of us, and then we watch social media at night, and then it just drives us nuts. And then it's just something so simple because it's going in such the wrong direction, and there's no accountability. There's just Carney, and then he's meeting with Eby, and then this is gonna affect all of us. And then there's let's not even get into what's happening
Well,
with Kamloops the last week.
Well, not only that, you cannot believe what you read. Right?
Oh
The
man,
fact
the
is,
thing
like,
in Kamloops is real. I watched that stuff real time,
and the
and
thing is, you have to turn around and you can only believe half of what you see or half of what you hear.
yeah, but
Because the fact is, so much misinformation everywhere. Everybody's an expert, and the experts have an agenda. So who can you believe?
I believe
And
in my
that's
neighbors
why-
and their
that's why-
discernment.
And that's why people are the way they are right now. Because people, they don't have any trust in government. They don't have any trust in organizations. Right? Because why?
But we could trust an online democracy to see where it's at and what direction it's going.
Can't
Because
you-
if
you're
you
depending
go
on
in,
automation, then
It's not totally automated. It's not totally automated because somebody has to go in there because I got a number, right? I got a social insurance number. I could prove I'm a BC resident, right? So I'm all in, right? And then I can go and stuff I don't know about, I'm not going to vote about. But when it comes to electricity grids and like environmental stuff like that, I'll go put my likes and dislikes, right? And the likes and dislikes, so it's a pretty easy system because you only got 3 answers that come out of all of this. It's either a yes, and then you have how many people are eligible to like yes, no, and did not vote. It means they're still neutral, right?
Right.
So this thing can go, and then if it goes bad, and then it can come back, right? Because it's fluid.
Yeah.
It's the river of life, basically.
One thing, down the U.S.
Yeah.
and a lot of countries, when they have elections, they'll also have referendums on certain things.
Yeah.
We don't do that.
We need something practical here.
Right.
We're inventing.
For instance, we could have a referendum saying, do you think that we should allow the government to have run more than a $10 billion deficit? You could have that on a referendum when people go vote. And so they know for the next 4 years, the government has a limit of how much they can put us in deficit. Right? Or different.
But then even if the
or
people.
if you want to eliminate soji out of schools, right? Saying, well, we don't believe in this policy, we want to eliminate it. Why not let people have a referendum on that?
Well, I'd go vote online. Not a word would be heard,
but you could do
but
that.
Everything would be said.
You could do that election time, have it on a referendum, right? So
Yeah, but
you're right.
You got election every 5 years or election every day,
24
24 hours a day, right?
Yeah.
You can go put your likes, your dislikes, and you don't have to vote. That'll be an open space. You could change your mind. You take your vote out. Everything could be freaking governed like that.
But the other issue is the fact is that elected officials,
Yeah.
they are expected to know more than the average person because the thing is they know the background, they know why certain things are happening, and whereas the general public would not know why. Like for instance, you have the electrical transmission line, and why do you have to spend $7 billion for a transmission line? Well, the average people probably don't know the whole gist of what's going on, whereas elected officials, that's their job to be informed.
Well, it'd be nice if everybody was informed, right?
They try.
Yeah.
But some things, it's so in depth, right?
You try, but you don't even have the system to manage what the outcome should be, except through people that are they assume that they are the democracy after they're elected, right?
And also on every political party turns around wants to create a narrative, right? So the thing is, they're only going to tell you what they want you to hear.
Like Ottawa, they got ridings because they're still riding in the old system of horse and buggy when that shit's not even good no more. You know what I'm saying? It's rotten to the core. Things falling over. It's just like it's horrendous. Like this doesn't even represent more than half Canada hates Ottawa because of what's going on right now. And I'd like to have straight facts. I don't want no nanas polls and none of that.
Well, federally, we could use electoral reform.
Well, that's why I voted for.
The Senate is ineffective, and the representatives are not distributed correctly.
I voted for Trudeau in 2015 because of electoral reform.
So did I.
Yeah, and I got screwed 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So you too, eh?
Yeah,
it wasn't for the weed. It was electoral reform.
No, I thought that he would make changes, right? I really thought he was a good salesperson, put it that way.
He got you too, eh?
Too. It didn't take long, though, right?
No, it didn't take long. 3 weeks, man.
Right?
3 weeks.
Then I realized he's incompetent. Right.
But two years before, somebody broke into his home in Ottawa. I think they got it in Trenton. I think it was the Communist Party or something like that.
Could be.
Yeah, no, it's just too screwy. The thing is that a politician can be bought, but the whole people cannot be bought unless it's worked for them, right? It's kind of crazy. Like, I would just want to play the ultimate civilization game.
Bought, so if you find me dead, you know I couldn't be bought.
Hey, you see, I wore my shirt today. I was like, what shirt am I going to wear? This one came out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to wear this one here. Yeah.
No, I would cut my nose by my face, so I'm not your typical politician, right? So, right, no,
you know, in the world of AI, I just want my civilization to speak for itself.
Huh?
I just want my province and my country to speak for itself in the world of AI, where everything can be done for us, but it could be so simple that, you know, because once parameters are set, right? Because in this democracy, like nothing, it's an empty slate right now. It's a clean slate. But the first thing that's going to come and push on, then the people can vote on it because that's number one. That's the first thing that the people have to face. So that there's not going in the past. It's an empty slate. and then you have your number. This number voted yes, and then you have your own little HUD of all the stuff you voted for. You can go change your votes and stuff like that. But so problem 1 is going to be problem 1, and problem 2 is going to be problem 2. But the thing is that we're actually going to have power instead of being powerless.
Well, in a perfect world, that'd be great.
Well, you know, God loves us, man. So we're all here.
So push for electoral reform. Go on our website, because actually there's a committee doing electoral reform.
Yeah.
And they want the public's input.
Oh, really?
You just put it on our website, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
what
there,
I do
put it
is
in.
I've inspired a lot of people through the years. I've been doing this since 2001 when the internet was nothing, right? So
Yeah.
I got banned from Jean Chrétien, his email address. It wasn't email back then. Back in 2002 when I was 20 something. Because I was telling him, we need a portal in Service Canada so that the citizens can go vote. Because everybody's got a social insurance number. So social insurance number, then you go vote on this. And I say no, or I say yes. So that way, you know, because it was getting screwy back then too, right? I just hated the world. The Great Spirit came down and said, yo, this is not my fault. It's the human's fault, right? And basically, I caught on after that. But yeah, my whole life, I'm trying to do the greatest thing in my life right now. I'm trying to bring freaking democracy to Canada.
Good. I believe in democracy.
You know, you still would not be out of a job because you'd still be our representative. It's
That's
just that
right.
we'd all be
No.
speaking, there'd be no words, but there'd be a clear direction.
I totally believe in democracy.
Yeah, me too.
And what we have right now is
Yeah.
not democracy.
I agree totally on that. You know, I'm so glad I met you. Thanks so much for
No
talking.
problem.
And hopefully these people here can understand and
Hey, no problem.
reach the good message, eh?
Okay.
Because it's possible. You know, we got all these apps for everything, man.
Of course we do.
All right? Hey, thanks so much, David. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Anytime.
You have a great day.
You
Maybe
too.
my son will be born now.